What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. Of course, my name is Blondie. Do me a favor, smash that like button if you like Tectonic and Chronos content, and let me know in the comments down below. Were you watching the World Cup? And if you were, which team were you rooting for? And were you able to catch the final match yesterday? Because that was absolutely intense. It was so entertaining, and it was like, some people consider it the best World Cup finals ever. Now, the important part to all that is that Crypto.com was a huge sponsor in the World Cup, and we'll talk about that right now. But if you just came for the Chronos content, or excuse me, the Tectonic content, timestamps will be in the description down below, just in case you want to hop around and focus on just Tectonic. But first, we're going to start off with Chronos, and there are some issues we need to talk about. But first, let's talk about the World Cup, the final, and just this sweet promotion. Now, here's the thing. Sports promotions and partnerships are not everything. Obviously, we saw the collapse with FTX when it came to them. You know, they bought the naming rights to the Miami Heat arena, just like, you know, Crypto.com bought the naming rights to the Staples, the Staples Arena, right? The old Lakers Stadium. We saw a lot of different brand ambassadors and Tom Brady and Steph Curry with FTX, and obviously that didn't work out, right? So these little partnerships are not everything. Let me move my face here. These little partnerships are not everything, but still, when Crypto.com goes on to be a very successful cryptocurrency exchange in the future, because I do believe it's going to be okay. People are going to remember it because a lot of people are at the World Cup. A lot of people watch the World Cup, and they're going to go, oh, that was a cryptocurrency exchange or a cryptocurrency project or cryptocurrency, right? Because not a lot of people know the difference between all three of those that were sponsoring the World Cup. They're going to remember those feel-good memories of just being at the World Cup or watching the World Cup. So these brand associations are very, very important. And they did a really good job. Crypto.com and Chris did a good job of just advertisement and being super active on their Twitter and keeping people in the loop of who's winning, who's scoring goals, you know, making cool little videos. Like, look at this, like this person showing their Crypto.com Visa card, like in the stands. Like, they did a good job promoting it. So shout out to Chronos, shout out to the Crow fam, shout out to Crypto.com and Chris for doing a fantastic job with this partnership. I loved it. I thought from start to finish, it was absolutely handled perfectly by the Crypto.com team. Now, there is a little bit of uncertainty. I want to talk about it here. Now, as we know, Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com, posted this on December 9th saying, hey, as promised, this is our audited proof of reserves. And this audit was done by Mazars Group, which shows that Crypto.com has all of their customer assets backed one-to-one. Now, unlike the traditional banking system, like because there's a fractional reserve, like most banks all banks don't have to have every single penny or dollar that customers have in certain banks. So if there's a bank run, say for example, like a bunch of people go to your local bank and start withdrawing all their money at once, well, it's like they can't service all those people, but actual cash and US dollars has some sort of insurance on it. Now, unfortunately, cryptocurrency exchanges don't have those same insurances, so they have to have all their reserves back one-to-one in their exchange. Like, a lot of people expect them to have that. They want to make sure that, hey, if there's some sort of FUD and everyone wants to withdraw all their cryptocurrency at once, they need to be able to service every single customers with no issue, right? Now, this is interesting because, this is not the only news article this came out of. So this is from CNBC, but it says, Mazars Group suspends all work with crypto clients, including Binance, Crypto.com, citing concerns over public perception of proof of reserves. So if they quit the audits, did they finish the one for Crypto.com, or were they halfway through it, or what happened? Now, if you guys don't know, Mazars Group is a trusted third-party auditing group. And check this out. Mazars fired the Trump Organization as a client. I don't know if you guys know, but the Trump Organization was a client in February. And the reason they did that was citing a lack of reliability in the organization's financial statements. Now, does that mean it was hard for them to get some clear, like solid information on exactly what's backing these huge cryptocurrency exchanges in Binance and Crypto.com? That's very interesting, right? That's very interesting. I want to know what exactly happened and if this audit was actually finished. Now, if you're Mazars Group and you're a third-party auditing group, how much experience do they have, like, just looking on the blockchain and looking for these proof of reserves and stuff like that? Or what did they need that some of these cryptocurrency entities couldn't give them? Or are they just, chickening out on doing any audits for them because they don't want to be blamed if these guys go under. So, there's a lot of weirdness in cryptocurrency right now. And I do think we need some sort of regulation, because if you're trusting your money in centralized exchanges, people need to know that their money is safe. Like if you're putting your money in crypto.com or in Binance, people need to know that their money is safe, and then they're not going to wake up in the morning and not be able to access their funds because the company is now insolvent, right? And that's the issue, right? Because at the end of the day, when these companies go to bankruptcy court, right, when they file for bankruptcy, you guys, the customers that have their money on the exchanges, usually get their money back last. Now today, Binance US just acquired Voyager Digital. Now Voyager went under months ago, and they just got acquired today, which means hopefully some customers can get something that they lost or got stuck in the exchange back. Hopefully they can get all their stuff one-to-one, but I highly doubt it. Usually it's pennies on the dollar, or like 50% or 70% or something like that. So hopefully that works out. But I want to know what happened. Is Crypto.com, did they finish their audit? Why is Mazars Group chickening out? Are they just scared of the public perception or the backlash? I don't know, because if Mazars does an audit and then one of these exchanges go under, well, then they're going to have some scrutiny, because it's like, hey, I thought you guys audited it. Like I thought you gave me your stamp of approval. So we'll have to see what happens, but it doesn't look really good. I still trust Crypto.com as a company. I like CRO-Chain. I think their DeFi wallet's fantastic. But here's the thing, guys. No matter how much you like a cryptocurrency exchange, keep in mind that, you gotta have the keys to your own crypto. You have to have a DeFi wallet. Look, if you want to support Crypto.com, buy crypto on their exchange. They get a fee for that. Swap it even, but make sure you send it out right away to a cold storage wallet. Or maybe if you want to send, fiat, or like a stable coin or crypto from your DeFi wallet to Crypto.com, and you can cash it out to fiat, that still helps them. They still get a transaction fee for that. So you can still support Crypto.com without keeping all of your crypto on Crypto.com in the event that something happens like this. Now, I like the CRONOS chain. I think the CRONOS chain is going to have a lot of popular decentralized applications built on it when the next bull run happens, right? Because blockchains are great. Like, obviously Ethereum, the BNB chain, Solana, like all these blockchain, CRONOS chain, right? All these blockchains are great, but there has to be cool decentralized applications made on these blockchains for them to be popular at all. And how many tokens are going to be built? Like how many CRONOS chain tokens are going to be built on the CRO chain when the bull market happens? I don't know. But speaking of projects on the CRO chain, this is going to be our nice segue over to Tectonic. Now, Tectonic finally posted on their Twitter. Holy, can we get a round of applause? Thank God. Now they posted "Good morning, fam," which is fantastic, which is something I say every single day. Look, I'm not saying that I'm having any sort of effect on these guys or something like that, but magically, I say "Good morning, fam" every day. So maybe they heard me complaining about them not being active enough, and I hope they do this more. Good morning, fam. What are we aping into today? Like this post if you like Tectonic, or comment down below what you would like to see from the dev team. Now, I applied for the ambassador program. I haven't heard anything about it. Hopefully they hit your boy up, but I don't know, whatever. But if you want to be involved in their community, they do have a Telegram, a Discord, and all that good stuff. I know you guys like to hear about this. I have a nice little bag of Tectonic. I'm holding off on buying any more dips just yet, because I think the market is going to come down a little more. We'll get into some price action here in a second. But it's cool to see them actually posting. Let's go Tectonic. Now, of course, Tectonic is an interesting project. It's an experiment in DeFi that's been done a lot, lending and providing liquidity and those sorts of things. But I do think that it does have potential to go absolutely crazy when the market runs again as one of the bigger projects on the CRONOS blockchain. It's super, super popular, right? We'll have to see what happens, but it's going to be very interesting. So shout out to them for tweeting something. Besides that, guys, nothing has happened. Like I said, they should be more active. Look at this. 10 hours ago, they have 281 likes. Now, I know they have 54,000 followers, guys, but crypto Twitter is weird. Like a lot of people will see things and not like it. So, this is good for their following. The 281 likes for their following is very, very good. So hopefully they post more, be more active with the community, because whether you like it or not, Twitter is the it's like crypto central, right? That's what Twitter is. Like you got to be active on your Twitter account. Now, CRONOS is down, 0.5%, and we have Tectonic down about 1% today. These things are slowly hemorrhaging, but this is going to happen, guys. I think the cryptocurrency market is going to pull back, and everything usually moves at once unless there's big news just with the project, like positive news or negative news. Like if the market's pumping and you're cryptocurrency is dumping, it's probably because some negative publicity. If the cryptocurrency market is dumping or red and this is like extremely green, then usually like there's some news inside this project that's keeping it green. But there's not really much to talk about. I mean, the price action's down. There's not much going on in the market. So far, we haven't had any crazy big black swan events. Let's pray that that's not the case going forward, because we don't need another collapse of a large cryptocurrency exchange or another project dragging the rest of us down with it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of Tectonic? Do you think that they need to be active more on Twitter? I think they do. This morning, great for starters, right? What do you think of CRONOS? Do you trust cryptocurrency exchanges? Do you trust all your money on any exchange? I don't. I mean, I put a ledger video in the description down below just in case you want to learn how to use a ledger, but a lot of people do. I'm just not the one. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Peace.